Thanksgiving arrives every year carrying questions, uncertainty, and renewed hope for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security and who continue to hear rumors about bonuses, extra checks, and stimulus payments. As the holiday season begins, the questions grow louder. People want to know if Thanksgiving affects Social Security deposits, whether an unexpected payment might arrive, and what all the financial headlines truly mean for everyday households. For seniors especially, this time of year can feel heavy. Life does not pause for the holidays. Rent is still due. Utility bills continue to rise. Prescriptions still need to be filled. Groceries remain expensive. Many older Americans quietly hold the weight of these responsibilities while trying to create moments of warmth and comfort with what little they have. Welcome to Wealth Builder, a channel created to stand beside everyday Americans who want honest financial clarity in a confusing world. This space exists for retirees, workers, survivors, disabled individuals, and families who carefully measure every dollar. Wealth Builder is dedicated to translating complicated financial developments into clear understanding, especially for seniors who depend on Social Security as their primary source of income. This channel is built on trust, transparency, and respect for those who are doing their very best to survive in uncertain times. Every Thanksgiving season brings the same core questions about Social Security. Many people worry that the holiday will delay deposits or interrupt their payments. Others hear rumors about holiday bonuses or temporary increases. The truth is that Thanksgiving itself does not interrupt Social Security payments. Deposits continue based on the normal Wednesday schedule used throughout the year. Payments that are already scheduled remain intact, and beneficiaries continue receiving their money without disruption simply because Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday. There is no holiday-based increase, no seasonal bonus, and no Thanksgiving-specific boost tied to Social Security benefits. The holiday holds emotional importance, but it does not change how regular benefits are issued. Each year, hopes grow that Thanksgiving might bring unexpected financial relief, especially for seniors who live on fixed incomes. Inflation, rising housing costs, and medical expenses have made survival more difficult than ever for millions of older Americans. Many seniors quietly stretch their checks to cover food, medication, insurance, transportation, and utilities. Even a small unexpected expense can destabilize an entire household budget. During the holidays, this pressure becomes even more intense as families try to gather, give, and share warmth without having the financial flexibility to do so comfortably. The emotional burden of that reality is something many seniors carry alone. The topic of stimulus continues to surface every holiday season as well. Once again, there is no Thanksgiving-specific stimulus payment approved for distribution. There are no federal bonus checks tied directly to the holiday. While many households would welcome additional financial support during a season of high spending, no new stimulus tied specifically to Thanksgiving has been authorized. That does not end the conversation around stimulus entirely, but it does clarify that nothing is being issued solely because of the holiday itself. Where Thanksgiving becomes truly significant is not through direct deposits, but through the economic wave that begins immediately afterward. Thanksgiving marks the start of the holiday shopping season, a period that stretches from Thanksgiving Day through Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and beyond. This narrow window of spending activity is one of the most important measurements of consumer health in the entire year. Every purchase, every transaction, every swipe of a card during these days is closely tracked. What happens during this window often sets the financial tone for months to come. For years now, Americans have heard constant headlines about financial strain, shrinking savings, and households being stretched to the breaking point. Yet each year, holiday spending has continued to surge in ways that seem to contradict the hardship stories. This contrast creates confusion. On one hand, countless families report struggling to afford basic necessities. On the other hand, national spending totals during the holidays continue to hit extraordinary levels. This imbalance highlights a growing economic divide where some segments of the population still spend heavily while others fall further behind. Reports have increasingly shown that a relatively small percentage of higher income consumers are responsible for a disproportionate share of national spending. These individuals continue shopping and traveling while millions of lower and middle income Americans struggle to maintain stability. Seniors living on Social Security often fall into the latter group. Many elderly Americans survive month to month with little margin for emergencies. When heating bills rise, medications become more expensive, or unexpected medical needs arise, their entire financial balance can shift overnight. If this year's holiday shopping season proves strong, it will send a signal that consumer spending is still powering the economy forward. If spending is weak, it will reinforce concerns that financial pressure has reached a critical point for a large portion of the population. Retail sales data released in the days following Thanksgiving will offer an immediate snapshot of real-world conditions. Within days of Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, official numbers reveal exactly how much Americans spent during that short but powerful window. Those numbers matter because they influence broader economic decisions at the federal level. When solid spending weakens sharply, it increases pressure for economic intervention. Historically, large-scale economic slowdowns have been followed by emergency relief measures designed to restore confidence and restart consumer activity. When spending collapses, stimulus becomes a tool to stabilize the system. This connection between holiday activity and future economic policy is why Thanksgiving holds such long-term financial importance beyond the holiday itself. For seniors on Social Security, these economic shifts feel deeply personal. When the economy weakens, prices often rise before relief arrives. Groceries become more expensive. Medical costs continue to climb. Insurance premiums increase. Meanwhile, Social Security adjustments rarely keep pace with the true cost of living. Many older Americans already feel they are falling behind even in a stable economy. The idea of greater financial instability is deeply unsettling for a population that depends on predictable income. The emotional toll cannot be overlooked. Many seniors spent decades working, raising families, paying taxes, and contributing to the system with the hope that retirement would bring stability and peace. Instead, many now face constant financial anxiety. They carefully choose between groceries and prescriptions. They delay home repairs. They skip social activities to save money. The holidays often magnify these struggles as family gatherings highlight both emotional connection and financial limits. Thanksgiving also represents reflection. It is a moment when people take stock of what they have endured and what still lies ahead. For seniors, it can be a mix of gratitude for survival and sorrow over increasing hardship. Many are thankful simply to have heat in their homes, food on their tables, and access to vital medical care. At the same time, the uncertainty surrounding future benefits, inflation, and economic stability continues to weigh heavily on their minds. While holiday headlines focus on spending records and retail profits, millions of older Americans quietly navigate fear and resilience behind closed doors. Social Security checks often represent the difference between stability and crisis. When payment dates arrive on time, it brings brief relief. When costs rise faster than benefits, that relief fades quickly. Each month becomes a careful balancing act that requires strength, discipline, and sacrifice. The economy measures recovery through numbers and charts, but seniors measure it through lived experience. They feel it at the pharmacy counter. They feel it at the grocery store. They feel it when the heating bill arrives. They feel it when medical costs rise and savings shrink. They feel it when loved ones are also struggling and unable to offer help. For many, the idea of stimulus is not about extra spending. It is about survival. As Thanksgiving opens the doorway into the holiday season, the financial uncertainty becomes more visible for those living on fixed incomes. The season brings tighter budgets, higher stress, and growing anxiety about what the new year will bring. For seniors especially, the promise of stability remains fragile. Each economic shift, each policy change, and each financial rumor carries real consequences for daily life. Through all of this, the story of Thanksgiving remains intertwined with the story of American resilience. It is a reminder that communities endure hardship together, that families lean on each other when systems feel stretched, and that dignity persists even in difficult times. For seniors who continue to show strength through sacrificing comfort for survival, through choosing necessities over wants, and through enduring uncertainty with quiet courage, the meaning of Thanksgiving goes far beyond food and gatherings. As the holiday season continues, the financial landscape will continue to evolve. Retail data will shape public debates. Economic pressures will continue to ripple outward, and seniors across the country will continue doing what they have always done, stretching their dollars, protecting their independence, and holding on to hope that stability will return. For many, Social Security remains the anchor that keeps them afloat in an unpredictable world.